Hello, and welcome to the training on the test cases for videos. In this lesson, I'll walk you through the basic QA checklist for creatives that contain the DoubleClick video player component. This component allows advertisers to easily add videos to any creative. At the end of this training, you will know each issue to look for when QAing a video. There are three categories of test cases that are specific to videos that you will use. We'll begin by reviewing the video setup guidelines, followed by the tracking and functionality tests for the video controls. And last are guidelines for the video pauses and autoplay functionality. The video setup checks allow you to verify that the video component is added correctly. First, check if the video is added to the creative as code instead of within the Studio Video component by looking for the standard Studio events and metrics in the output console. Since embedded videos cannot utilize the functionality and tracking that the DoubleClick Studio Video Player offers, DoubleClick recommends adding this feature before approving the creative. To verify that the video file size meets the publisher's specs, open the Files tab in the Creative Properties. There, you should find the file size next to each FLV file. If specs are not provided, DoubleClick recommends that you reject creatives that contain a single video that is over 5 megabytes in size. Videos over 5 megabytes may be rejected or result in additional fees for the media agency. Refresh the creative to check if the video loads properly and matches the creative assets. If a video does not load, or if a video that doesn't belong in the creative loads in its place, this means that the wrong video file name was used in the video component. Videos that don't load as intended should be rejected. For an optimal user experience, you should check that each video creative has the standard DoubleClick components for video control, such as play, pause, mute, and replay. Any video with sound is required to have a way for the user to mute it. You should also test each video control button to verify that it works as designed. If a button does not control the video, or if it also triggers an exit, this is a functionality issue, and the creative should be rejected. At the same time, you should check that the buttons track correctly in the output console. Next, check all video metrics in the output console to verify that they trigger only by each specific control or interaction. For instance, if the creative contains two videos that both trigger the same video midpoint and video complete events, the tracking metrics will not be accurate. There are a few test cases specific to when a video should pause. First, check if the video continues to play when it is not displayed, such as when a creative is closed or collapsed, or when the video is skipped. There should never be any audio or video playing in the background. Videos should also automatically stop playing when an exit is clicked. If an ad continues to play in the background after a user has already navigated to the advertiser's site, this will result in a bad user experience and drive users away from the destination. In addition to pausing the creative, DoubleClick recommends that the video skip to the end frame graphic upon a click-through. Check if the video autoplays for longer than 30 seconds or the publisher's specs by timing it in the output console. Make sure that you only test the content of the video and not the time it takes to buffer. Once a user interacts with the creative, it is okay for the video to play beyond the limit. DoubleClick recommends that a video's sounds start muted by default and initiate only upon a user's click. Reload the creative and listen for audio that starts without user interaction or upon a rollover. Since uninitiated audio may distract users, we recommend that you check with publishers that this is okay before approving the creative. I'll demonstrate how to test for some common issues we've covered in a short demo of a peel down with video. The most apparent specs in LCD's issue is that the video autoplays with sound when I expand the creative on a mouse over. We recommend that audio initiate only on a user's click. Now, I'll test the functionality and tracking of the video controls. It looks like the video counters are tracking correctly. Well, they're logging correctly too. One issue is that the pause button actually tracks as a stop and resets the video. This won't allow the user to resume the video after pausing it. Next, I'll test the Creative's close and exit functionality. The video continues to play after I close the Creative on a rollover. However, the video stops when I click the exit button. This discrepancy will confuse users, and the video should not play in the background after a Creative has collapsed. Next, I'll test an exit. The video also continues to play in the background upon my exit click, which is another Specs and LCDs issue. DoubleClick would recommend rejecting this Creative.